I did my presentation on Frankenstein's monster. Some of the stereotypes that you see throughout or that you hear about the monster is it is always known for being a horrible being that kills anything without reason. People believe that because he's known as a monster, he's therefore terrifying, and people try to stay away from him, or they attack him and come after him with angry mobs. People tend to believe that the monster has no sense of reason and that he really has no feelings. They think he's just some monster that just kills anything that moves, and it doesn't really matter what they do, he's just gonna attack them no matter what. And there's a picture of an angry mob right there from Frankenstein. The name, the monster is usually referred to as Frankenstein, and this is a mistake that most people make because when I was growing up and I heard about Frankenstein, I always assumed they were talking about the monster, but Dr. Frankenstein was the one referred to as Frankenstein, and the monster is actually referred to as Frankenstein's monster. The word Frankenstein means someone who creates a monster or destructive agency, and a monster is a legendary form that combines parts of an animal and a human. The monster's feelings. Throughout the story, the monster is actually very misunderstood. All he wants is to be accepted by the humans who are surrounding him at all times, but there's nothing he can do because humans are always horrified by his appearance, and they never take the time to learn about what's on the inside. What was it? One in the story, when he tries to appeal to the humans, there's one blind man who he thinks he can appeal to him because he's blind. He wouldn't be able to judge him by his exterior, and unfortunately, while he's doing so, the humans come in and they attack him and shoo him away, shoo him out of there. And he is usually dehumanized by anyone he encounters because they're completely disgusted by him and his form. There are some key differences that have changed between the novel and the movies, because in the original novel by Shelley, she had the monster so he could talk and he had human emotions and he could feel and everything, but throughout the movies over the years they have changed it so he's basically just some zombie who can't talk at all. He just grunts the whole time, and he moves very oddly, like he has stiff movements. He can't walk normally anymore, and it's very strange because it really strayed from the fact that originally he was just supposed to be a human who just had a strange appearance. Shoot. There's a clip here from Son of Frankenstein, if I can open it. This is a scene from Son of Frankenstein where you can see how in the movies they just portray Frankenstein as being some lifeless thing who he just grunts and walks very strangely, just kind of limps around. And you can see what he or how he feels once he sees what he, or once he sees how he looks to the rest of the world. He's portrayed as a menace throughout these movies. So anyways, you can see how they portray him throughout the movies, and he's just supposed to be some lifeless person. Once he actually showed some feeling and some response in there, or in that movie, because most people depict him as just someone who just kills anything, but there he actually let the man go who it seemed like he would have killed him. He also got very angry once he saw what he looked like, and you kind of have to observe his body language and kind of give your own opinion of what you think he's thinking as he goes through, because they don't allow him to talk in the movie. So he kind of acts like he's angry that he's in that world looking that way. The portrayal of the monster in the movies, the monster is completely known as a menace. He has no emotion or care, and he's a horrible being that's resented by all. Like, as you can see in that movie title right there, it says The Evil of Frankenstein. And it's like, he's just supposed to be some evil, horrible thing that has no emotion, no compassion. He's just supposed to be a total killing machine. So basically the image of Frankenstein has changed greatly over the years. In Shelley's novel, he had human feelings. All that was wrong with him was he had a rough exterior, and people judged him greatly for that. But now in the movies, he's just he's a complete monster. He's no longer has human emotions. He can no longer talk or just walk regularly. He always has to waddle around like a penguin. And that was my presentation.